I think putting yourself in the brand is really important. I'm Levi Roots, otherwise known as the Dragon Slayer. I started off many, many years ago. I just had a dream. I had my grandmother's inspired recipe that been in the family for a very long time, but music was the number one passion for me. And try as I may, I didn't get as famous as I thought I should be within the music business. But then I thought, don't give up on the music. What I needed to do was to merge these two passions. Passion of my grandmother's cooking and passion of my music as well, to merge those together and take that onto the road. And it was while I was on the road, merging the two together, singing songs about my grandmother, about my Jamaican background, and of course having this sauce that I created, inspired by my grandmother. That success came via Dragon's Den of BBC, and it's been an amazing inspirational story ever since then. And I think we are celebrating 18 years since I was on Dragon's Den. How did I feel when I was pitching to the Dragons? Oh, scared. Absolutely scared. I'd never seen Dragon's Den. And when I was asked to go on the show, I decided not to look it up because people were telling me how horrible the Dragons could be. And because I'd never seen the show, I didn't want to be beaten before I got there by, filling my head with too much of the stuff about how horrible Peter Jones can be. I decided to go as me when most people were saying I shouldn't take the guitar on the show. But I was saying to people that I wanted to be me. And without the music, without merging these two things together, then I wouldn't be me. So I was just so grateful for the BBC. I don't think they thought that, the Levi Roots brand is going to become the biggest, product that's ever been on the show. I think they thought it would be a nice little entertainment at the end of the show. But it was just brilliant when I went on, and the public, of course, saw me and took me into their hearts. And of course, Peter Jones and Richard Farley invested £25,000 each, and it's been a massive success ever since then. I think the UK food and drink show is perhaps the most important thing in all my armory of my focus from getting from my kitchen in Brixton, and now the sauce is available right across the whole country. It was coming to trade show like this where we are right now in Birmingham NEC. That's where I would go to. I remember after my first failure of trying to sell the sauce in my local Brixton, that I've forgotten that people in my locality in Caribbean area, they know how to make their own sauces. So they didn't buy mine at all. But then when I thought about who was buying the sauce, it wasn't necessarily Caribbean people. It was mainstream people that was coming to the Notting Hill Carnival. So we decided to do trade shows and take it to the British countryside, and it was a brilliant success for me. I'm really excited about the next phase of what happened to the Levi Roots brand. Because many years ago, I think about 12 years ago or more, we started with our first soft drinks. And it was just brilliant to do something other than the sauce. So we came up with Caribbean Crush, which is a fruity, Jamaican-inspired soft drinks. And it's been an absolute amazing story. It's the top 10 selling drinks in its category, and it's just been absolutely brilliant. But then a few years ago, again, I thought to myself, well, let's go a little bit further. Because energy drinks is now all the range. I think, so many people are tapping into that market now. But I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So we've gone for real fruits, natural energy. We've gone for vitamin B12 and just do something really special. And again, the flavors are quintessentially Caribbean flavors. And they've been amazing so far. I think we did 1 million bottles within the first 6 months. So it's just been amazing to see people still supporting the brand with the diversification of what we've done with it. My thing was always about finding great partners. Yes, we've got the Levi Roots brand, but we need great partners to be able to do everything that we've done so far. And Nicole Vimto has been absolutely brilliant in helping us to get there. Inspiring young food entrepreneurs, I will give the same message of what I gave myself, is to be you. Because the investment is not going to come into the product, because the product cannot sell itself. It's up to the person to be able to sell the product. So I think putting yourself in the brand is really important. And that's why when I went into the Dragon's Den, I wanted not to sell the sauce in the bottle, but I wanted the investment to come in Levi Roots, which allowed me to diversify now from into sauces and into drinks and other products. And my other advice would be is to surround yourself with like-minded people. That's really important. One of them is an accountant. Again, when we talk about the numbers, is to be able to get your head around the numbers and never flinch on that. The second one would be about a legal representative about that, because when you talk about branding and protecting yourself in that kind, that's really important. And the third one, again, it's about mentorship. But I think when you get into business, it's great to have somebody to mentor you that knows a little bit about your business as well. Challenges. Well, I'm always asked about challenges, and I think the key thing is that I'd always thought that getting the money for my brand was the key thing that I needed to do. Because all my life, all I did was try and hustle, trying to get money to start my business. But I think after Dragons Den, I realizing that money really wasn't what I needed. Because money falls into the hand, into the very clenched fist, but fall out of your very clenched fist like water. I think what I found was that what I needed to do was to learn how to handle the money, should I be so lucky to get my hands on it. And that was about mentoring. And I think the challenge for me was to get a mentor on board to be able to show me how to navigate myself throughout the business world. And it was fantastic that one of the dragons that invested in me is perhaps our greatest entrepreneur in this country, is Peter Jones. And Peter was a brilliant mentor. The next 5 years is really exciting because we've been writing the Levi Roots movie for quite some years now. And I think we're almost there. We are celebrating 18 years, and I do lots of talks to young people now who wasn't even born when I was on Dragons Den. And I think it's that generation that I need to inspire to give my messages that if I can do it, then anyone can do it. And I think, having a movie out will help me to start that process all over again.